Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, and members from the Provincial and City People's Council met voters in Hiep Ninh wards on November 1st.
Some opinion of the inner city traffic were expressed at the meeting, including the valuation of the compensation of road number C, extent of the Lê Duẩn Street, and the need to upgrade the road Nguyễn Du School to street number 19 of Điện Biên Phủ, and the fact that some alleys in the Thuyền Street have not been upgraded and are frequently flooded during the rainy seasons. Furthermore, the voter responded to policy support in accordance with Government Resolution number 68, the student loans dossiers and processes in the social policy banks in the fight of COVID-19 outbreak. And the local officials have explained the concepts which have been supported by the voters. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary Provincial Party Committee, also informed voters about the situation of the COVID-19 pandemic in the province and suggested that the people continue to agree with the government and support the government in implementing the measures to prevent the pandemic, to limit the spread of the virus and minimize the disease spread while restoring economic development.
Delegates from the province and Ben Cau District People Council visited voters at 8 places across the district from October 26 to October 29. Because of the COVID-19 outbreak, its contact point has only 25 to 45 people, and the 5K message is successfully enforced. As a constituency, over 300 voters participated. 19 tons of response were received, with 38 recommended issues, of which 3 are under the competence of the provincial and 35 are under the jurisdiction of the district at commune levels. Main content: establish traffic lights at intersection 4, the portion directly adjacent to the district military command, implement the semi-fluid dive project along the Ben Cau River, alternatives for kids in the district to return to school, vaccination against COVID-19 for children aged 12 to 17. The majority of the concerns were answered, explained, and reopened by local leaders, functional sector, and roster during the meeting. Only 5 issues were noted for transmission to the competent authorities and would be addressed to district voters in the next contact.
In the morning of November the 2nd, the Lieutenant Department of Information and Communication performed an examination of the registration, installation, and usage of QR codes for COVID-19 prevention and control in accordance with the Provincial People's Committee Plan for 3509. As a result, the Lieutenant Department of Information and Communications established delegation to inspect the registration electronic medical declaration be strictly reinforced in all units, and to manage those who come in and out, organize registration and scan QR codes at the quarantine locations. As a result, the registration, installation, and use of QR codes is one of the effective solutions to serve the pandemic prevention and control, particularly the process of pandemic prevention and control trace if a pandemic is occurred. The Provincial People's Committee also requires that the electronic medical declaration be strictly reinforced in all units, and to manage those who come in and out, organize registration and scan QR codes at the quarantine locations. As a result, the organizations in the spheres of information and communication must be pioneers and models in terms of incorporating this material. Leaders of the Department of Information and Communication also urged the subordinate units to develop a strategy for guiding, supporting, and removing obstacles for enterprises in the process of adopting necessary materials.
The Vietnam Farmland Wrong Committee of War for TayNinhTV staged a number of important events on the afternoon of November 2nd to commemorate the 91st anniversary of the Vietnam Farmland Wrong Traditional Days on November 18. On this occasion, the Vietnam Farmland Wrong Committee of War for, with the help of Tung of the Core Ltd, presented 20 scholarships, each consisting of a blank book and 500,000 Vietnam dong is cash, to students from disadvantaged backgrounds. At the same time, 500,000 Vietnam is being distributed to homes experiencing hardship as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. This is also one of the noteworthy activities commemorating Workforce 20th anniversary, which takes place on November 1st.
It is a co-rising farm of Mr. Phạm Đăng Minh, following Vietgap formation at the one hamlet, Gò Dầu Tháo, and it is also the biggest farm in Gò Dầu district. This farm has an amount of about 300 cows and buffaloes, and which is fascinated fully. The cattle ranchers have encountered several challenges in recent years as a result of a substantial fall in the consumer market caused by skin irrigation. However, Vietgap certified beef farms continue to exist, since the market recognizes the green card of Vietgap certified clean meat. Due to the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic and the emergence of skin rash on the cattle in the past, the pandemic's overlap farm has fulfilled this level. On the other hand, the general continued to supply the overseas market. Beef and buffalo meat consumption in the province has dropped dramatically in recent months, and local urged the people buy meat from the identified. And this farm not only supply meat to the restaurant in Ho Chi Minh City, but also the clean meat enterprises outside of Hanoi and other areas. Also, the meat that had been thoroughly quarantined and has Vietgap certificate is still in high demand among the grocery distributors and restaurants. The farm has fulfilled this level. On the other hand, the general continued to supply the overseas market. Beef and buffalo meat consumption in the province has dropped dramatically in recent months, and local urged the people buy meat from the identified sources or green meat, with confidence both to meet the people's needs and to assist farm return and expand output.
Ladies and gentlemen, in difficult times before natural disaster, epidemic, especially the COVID-19 pandemic, together with the political system, Rest urgency, including TayNinhTV television station, have shown firm bravery, initiative, and creativity in information and propaganda, maintain a pioneering role in ideological work. TayNinhTV radio and television station has made brave efforts over the years to produce products that breathe life, have social impact, and become a trusted friend of every home, on the ideological and media fronts, learning the ideological of respecting the people and the style of being close to the people, listening to the people's opinion, wholeheartedly serving the people of President Ho Chi Minh.
I'm a regular viewer of the province TV station since it is low-code and useful information. In terms of the program compared to before, the program has significantly improved, becoming closer and more realistic. With more information provided and a better image, the station has also evolved dramatically in terms of information link with its section, such as mass mobilization, weather forecast, and etc.
TTV11 is being built to become a branded television station in the region, while matching the mission criteria and the people's request. TTV11 also performs the political responsibility entrusted to it by the party, the state, and the people in all situations. The more difficult and onerous the task, the more cleanly the social responsibility, civic duty, and wonderful purpose of TTV11 radio and television station employees are demonstrated, especially in light of the primary importance of combating the pandemic. Each reporter and editor is not dangerously near to the scene, and the production department is always ready to rapidly reply to the public currents, hot and smart real news. At this moment, the TTV11 program production reels is the ones that set foot in hot place to keep people in the province up to speed on the newest happenings and provide timely suggestion. This is one of the factors that has kept the viewer turned into TTV11. Outstanding issues arising in the process of implementing and organizing the implementation of guidelines and policies of the Rome Party Committee and People's Committee, particularly in the prevention of the COVID-19 epidemic. From TTV11 to immediately launch the program Today's Issue. We broadcast one issue per week at 5:08 p.m. every Sunday to answer people questions and suggestions.
In the current circumstance of shared information given the timely COVID-19 pandemic situation, the TayNinh radio and television station has swiftly updated upon receiving news from the steering committee and its true news and quickly informed to the people.
In truth, audience are only truly devoted to a newspaper or a television station when they discover beneficial information that is directly tied to the role of the country, society, and their spiritual and material existence.
I've been with TayNinhTV for a long time. I've been in TayNinh for 40 years and I've never missed a program since I received radio or TV station programs. In addition to the news, I watch movies on TayNinhTV also, and where there are also unique films that are very interesting.
Along with strengthening and enhancing the efficacy of conventional communication, TTV11 has paid attention to, invested in, and refined facility, and invested in new media, allowing people to benefit from technical advancement and simple and convenient access to information.
Recently, I noticed that my station has changed significantly. The program is more diverse and appealing. TayNinhTV programs are more professional, timely conveying to the audience hot issues that many people care about or intend about to have the people get the hot, accurate information, and I can watch TayNinhTV programs from any devices such as computer, laptop, or smartphone.
Radio and television programs are broadcast simultaneously on digital platforms and social networks, demonstrating effective direction, countering people, thought, and information needs in the context of a stressful epidemic, and providing direct, confusing information on epidemic prevention and control. For TayNinh radio and television station, the last 40 years have been the voyage full of hardship and challenges that have been surmounted, as well as a very memorable moment with the much left in the hearts of the public. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.